Okay, hello and welcome to Respawn Console Repair. Today we got an Xbox Series S from GameZilla that we're gonna fix the HDMI port on again. I just did one on a Series X with the same problem, so we got a Series S now with the same problem. This HDMI port is pretty messed up. I don't know if you can see that or not, but half the port's missing. We can get a microscope up here and see. Oh, geez. Microscope down. Work with me. Okay, so there it is. Yep, that's broke. So, okay, so alrighty, so let's turn to the above com. Excuse me. Let's see if we can fix this a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so first things first is make sure that it turns on before we do anything. Okay. It's turning on. Just got the beep disabled. Fan spinning. Okay. Shut it off. Unplug it. So, let's see here on the back. Got these two stickers that got screws hiding underneath of it. So we want the X-Acto knife and we want the hot air. We're going to heat those stickers up a little bit, soften the glue. So they will come off better. And there we go. And now we'll take our, what size is this? T8 torque security bit. These machines are super simple. There's not much to them at all. And Microsoft did a good job of getting this powerful machine in such a small container, small box. Okay, with those screws out, so what we'll do, we'll flip it over, pry the back out a little bit, and slide it off. Top plate off. Go ahead and we can yank the power supply out. And we can unplug the fan. It'll come off just like that. Maybe. Just be gentle and wiggle it back and forth. It should come out. Alright, so now we gotta take the controller and Wi-Fi boards off. Power button. There we go. Now we got this metal plate here. Try to lift it up out of here. There we go. Set the chassis to the side. Now we'll take the hard drive out. Gently just pull that out, and we'll set it to the side, and we'll put the screw back in so it don't go anywhere. And now we'll take the X clamp off. Got my handy tool. Makes it easy to pop these off. There we go. And now the heat sink should come right off, and there it is. Set that to the side. So now what we're going to do, we're going to switch to the microscope. And we're going to put a little bit of flux on here. Now I've got my iron set at 755 Celsius because it just doesn't melt the low melt at any other temperature, but the only problem is my tips oxidize like crazy. But I can't get them to be, I can't run it any lower or it won't melt the leaded solder. Okay, that should be good. So we'll flip it over. Oh, hold on a second. My microscope is not locked in like it should be. Two seconds. Why are you giving me problems today? Say where you need to stay. Oh, jeez. It's not cooperating today. Ha! Why are you giving me so much difficulty? Oh, that's why. Gee whiz, that was an ordeal. Alright. That is inverted. That image is inverted. Why is it inverted? Oh well, anyway. It'll work. And just work that in. Alright. That should be good enough. So now I'm going to hang it off the end of the bench. And we're going to hit it with some hot air. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Okay. Grab a pair of tweezers. Actually, I was wrong. My soldering iron is at Fahrenheit, 755 Fahrenheit. My hot air station is set at 407 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to move this around. Heat the whole area up. Oh, there it went. That easy. Just dropped right out. Okay, so now we'll wick up those solder holes, those mounting holes. Excellent. Nice and clean. Clean up the flux. Okay, we'll flip it over. All right, I need to see something here. Settings. Can I rotate it more? Don't seem to be. Okay, well, we'll work with it. Somehow, the camera got inverted somehow. That's okay. We'll deal with it. So now what I want to do is I want to wick up off of the pads. The leftover solder will melt along with the leaded or unleaded, and then we're going to put all leaded solder on here. Yeah, that is flipped. Okay. Ha, whoops. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get the light on it, right? There we go. I don't know how I got my camera flipped around though. That's weird. Don't. Why is there no way to flip it? Is that right now? There we go, that's better. Ah, okay. Now we'll continue on. Yeah, the camera had reversed like it was a mirror image. It was messing with me. I don't like it. Okay. wire brush here. And get all that flux up off of there. There we go. Now I know it's a different port because the Series X and the Series S use different ports, but yeah, I'll show you the difference here. Well, these are actually the same. But hold up. So I'm getting a new port out. Now I just use all Series X ports because they work, but there is a difference. And all the difference is a little plate on the top. The Series X does not have it, but the Series S does. So Series X, Series S. It's got that plate. But I just use the Series X on everything because it all lines up like it should. The only difference is you don't have that plate on top. And they all work the same, so there's no sense in having extra. As far as I'm concerned, there's no sense in having extra. See, it fits just fine. Yeah, there's no sense in having two different Xbox Series HDMI ports. It's not going to make a lick of difference. So, in my opinion. So, all right. So let's get our tweezers. Let's get some focus on there. Maybe we get a little closer, maybe. There we go. Put some flux on there. Flux on there. We'll get our soldering iron and we'll put just a little dab on the tip of the soldering iron of leaded solder. Don't need a whole lot. And then we'll press down with the tweezers. And then we'll work that solder. Boy, that's a lot. Oops. Way too much. Okay. We'll fix that. Way too much. more flux on there so we can try to get some of this off. We're getting there. But you know what, and it's fine if you got to take off excess, because then you know there's plenty of solder. Okay, cool. Looks like I got most of it. Good. So let's flip it over. And we'll readjust the camera here. Okay. We're going to solder in the feet. Mounting brackets. Not brackets, but mounting holes. So I want to get that metal around that hole heated up. And then we'll flow the solder in just like that. Get that hole heated up and flow the solder in. Nice and heated up and flow it in. Let it heat up. And flow it in. Okay. Oh, geez. Hit the microscope. I do have a different microscope, but the way I mounted it, it gets in the way of me actually seeing. So once I move I'm gonna move my bench, my work area upstairs, because right now I'm in my basement doing this. There we go. I'll go ahead and get it cleaned up. Yeah, so I am a quasi-professional. This is kind of my hobby that I've turned into like a side hustle. So, and like I said, I get most of my stuff that I repair from GameZilla in a Kankakee. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to do a nudge test. So I'll bring it in a little closer here. So bright. There we go. Good, good, good. And those tweezers are nasty. They're furry. Good, 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 good. It's all good. All right, so let's clean that up a bit. I do apologize for the camera issues here. We'll get it sorted out once we get a little better at this. Right now, we just messing around. Just trying to show you what I do. Okay, so now we're going to check for bridges with the multimeter in continuity mode. And then we're going to listen for the beat. Make sure that there's no bridges between these pins here. Good. Good. It's hitting that ground, that's what you're hearing. Good. 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 Wait a minute. Yeah, we're good. Alright, no bridges. Okay, so now we want to change the meter to diode mode. And we're going to put red probe on ground. And we're going to check the diode readings. So 0.675, 0.634, 0.0, so that's ground or no connect, 0.658, 0.642, 0.662, 0.668, and so the data lines, 0.788, ground, 0.787, 0.787, ground, 0.786, 0.787, ground, 0.787, 0.787, ground, and 0.788, which are all pretty good. Those are all good diode readings from my experience. So we'll give this another quick clean. Alright, looks good to me. So now we'll go ahead and go to the above cam and we'll get this thermal paste off of here. hit it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. That way the alcohol will actually suck out any moisture that might be in the dye as it evaporates. Alrighty, so now I kind of want to smush this up so it makes contact again. So we'll set the board to the side and we'll grab the heat sink and we'll clean the paste, the old paste off of it. And see, this paste, I don't know what they use, but it's thick and yeah, it turns to concrete when it gets so hard. Alcohol. That is being a little bit stubborn. So now it's got like, I don't know if you can see that. It's getting swirl marks in it from the see that? So I'm gonna put some come on, microscope, stay put. So I'm gonna see if I got any thermal surface purifier. Am I out of thermal remover? Huh. My thermal paste remover has run away. Okie dokie then. I guess we'll just do the best we can with alcohol. I know that thermal paste remover will take that right off, but evidently it's fallen down and rolled under something or somewhere. I'll find it later when I don't need it. Now that I need it, I can't find it. Which is life. That's how it goes. Wouldn't be life if you didn't have problems, right? Alright, well, I don't like it, but we're going to go with it. So I'm going to squish up this thermal putty to make sure that it's going to make good contact with the RAM. Just kind of squish it back up. So when we put the heatsink back on, it'll be that'll spread back out and make good contact with it. So I'm gonna blow the heatsink out real quick. Alrighty, blew the heatsink. Blew the dust out of the heatsink. So we'll set that there and we'll put some Arctic Silver 5 on it. Perfect amount. Like Electronics Fix says. Perfect amount. Set that back on. Flip the board over. Get our clamp. Now sometimes they can be a real pain to get back on, but that one went on pretty good. So now let's put the hard drive back in. Okay, let's grab the chassis. And the same thing. Ooh, that is hard. Okay. Let's get some new stuff. I got some new stuff right here. So we'll take our new stuff and we'll meet it into a ball. And we'll put it right there. Now this, I'm going to push this up a little bit so it'll make contact again to the hard drive. And that'll all re-spread out once I push it back down. Okay. Slide the board back in. Come on. There we go. Now she's seated. Alright, so let's grab the fan, let's get that cleaned off. Good. Okay, let's get it plugged in. Set back in place. Make sure that cable holder is in the right place. Now we'll get this plate put back in. Go. Alright, power supply. So I want to do the same thing, is kind of push that excess that's smushed out the sides back up on there, so when I put it back on, it'll make contact with the external hard drive connection there. So actually, let me blow this out too. Get it lined up, push it down. Now we'll grab Wi-Fi and controller boards. Is that the right one? Push that in. Did not get that plate seated on there right. There we go. Alright, power button. Where'd you go? There we go. Power button. Alrighty, so put a little bit of alcohol on there to kind of clean it up. And we're going to plug the HDMI cord in. Plug the power in. Okay. Turned on. Fan spinning. Alright, let's see here. And there we go. See if I can make sure it comes up on my TV too. Yeah, there we go. Yay! One working Xbox One S. Okay, so let's go ahead and shut it back down. And we'll put it back together. There we go. One more console fixed. So I'm hoping with this YouTube channel that we're gonna be doing repair videos. We're gonna be doing videos that are at Gamezilla. We're gonna be doing videos of us fixing consoles and playing them. So we're gonna show some gameplay with me, Marty, and maybe one of my buddies, Vance. We'll get on a game and we'll play it for a while. Yeah, we're gonna do all kinds of stuff with this channel. We're gonna have all kinds of different content, so like I've said before in my other videos, I am not a professional. I'm self-taught. This is my hobby / side hustle. So I'm a quasi-professional, as I like to call it. But that doesn't mean I can't do a good job. I try to do the best job I can. All right. that bit. So we'll take this, blow any dust out of it that might be on there. These last two consoles, I had a Series X I just did, very clean inside. This one was very clean inside, and some of the other ones that we get, oh my god, they're horribly dirty. Alright, top cover. So we'll go ahead and blow out that ring of dust there. Slide it back on and kind of pick it up. Make sure it gets in the slots. Pull the slides out. Get those in the slots. And we can put the big screws back in. Put the APU clamp screws in. See, I took the console apart with my impact, but you don't ever want to put your console back together with an impact, because yeah, you want to see how fast plastic strips out? Use an impact. You're gonna just want to hand tight everything back up. Actually, I think I'm gonna grab bigger. These should be a T10. Yep. Tip's not magnetized. Excuse me. That's better. Putting screws back in. I swear, this is like the longest thing, is just disassembly and reassembly. It's even worse on the PlayStation 5. You got 50, 60 screws in it to get it apart. Back together. Alright, now we'll screw in the longer screws. The chassis screws. That one's turning in hard. Man, that's a lot of screw. Alright. There we go. Okay, so now we'll slide bottom plate back in. There we go. Hopefully we can get these to stick back down on there. Oh geez, that was lucky. That almost went to the 9th dimension. Okay. Heat them back up. Smoosh them back down. It's like Serve Pro, like it never even happened. There we go. So now we'll do another, we'll go ahead and plug it back in. See if it needs an update. I always like to test them once I get the repair done, test them, and then test them again once they're fully assembled, because I've had issues with sometimes you get it fully assembled and then you go to test it and it don't want to work. So that's why I always test it fully assembled. X-Box. Sweet. All right. There we go. Let's see, hopefully, is it going to want a passcode? Don't want no passcode. Just let me in. Let's see here. System updates. Okay, looks like it's all updated. But let's make sure that we're good to go. All services available. Okay. Rainbow Six Siege. Microsoft Fortnite. Okay, everything looks to be functioning as it should. Let's see, updates. Okay. So, since this is a store stock console, what I'm going to do is we are going to reset this console. So we want to go, alright, so we want to go to settings, we want to go to console info, system, console info, reset console, and then we reset and remove everything. Because this is a store stock that GameZilla sent me. So we'll go ahead and get it ready for them to put it back on the shelf when they get it back. So we'll reset and remove everything. And just give it a second, do its thing. There we go. Microsoft is so slow. When they reset or update, it just takes forever for something. And I have 1 gig fiber internet too. Okay, so right now you want to wait when you do this. You want to wait for that little green. There's a little green in the left top corner. A little green red light. You want to wait for that to go off before you press it. Before you turn the console off. Otherwise, it'll say something went wrong, and when you turn it back on, it'll go to it'll reset. It'll prepare. It'll do the preparing console thing again. So now that it's off, now it's safe to just hit the button and shut it off. All right. Well, thanks for watching another video, another successful HDMI port repair. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, everybody.